Hey guys, Hitman89 here, I hope you're doing great. Last week we covered the best free-to-play games, check out that video if you're broke, and today we're gonna be diving into Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League 7 months after its rough launch. Day 1 players had to deal with plenty of technical issues and also a repetitive gameplay that drove most people away. But now that the game received several updates and 2 season passes, I thought I'd finally check it out in order to answer the following question. Is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League good now? Let's find out. When I first saw the reveal trailer 4 years ago, I was actually super excited for this until I found out it was a live service game. Not a big fan of looter shooters, and the cringeworthy dialogue really didn't help. You see, what made me love the Guardians of the Galaxy game is the story and hilarious writing, cause the gameplay was just okay. But here, the cutscenes are so bad they somehow reminded me of the last Saints Row game. You know, the worst one.
This job calls for finesse. Maybe a little sleight of hand. Touch the bone bit.
At least I didn't face that many bugs. It's mostly meaningless stuff like corpses doing some weird shit. Oh, and there was also that one mission that I couldn't complete because the objective got stuck. It kept saying 0 enemies remaining, so I had to start the mission over. By the way, this review was shot on Series X. I found the graphics really good, especially for a game that runs at 60 FPS. I'm looking at you, Gotham Knights. Now, the frame rate occasionally dips below 60 when things get too crazy, and as soon as I started the game, I noticed not really some pop in, but lower quality LOD that switches like 2 feet away from you. That's nothing though. The real problem here is that the open world is just boring. I like the traversal system, but there's nothing to see, apart from the same enemies over and over again.
Our enemies come again.
Worst dirty movie I ever saw.
Good physics would have probably made the world more fun, but here, the physics are terrible. Touching any object instantly breaks it, and most importantly, the whole game feels so repetitive. No wonder there are only 100 people still playing this on Steam. I feel like in a few weeks, there will be more devs left than players. I mean, nobody wants to play a bunch of short missions where you're fighting the same guys. And let's face it, in 89% of games, you do the same shit over and over again. But when a game is really good, it somehow tricks you into thinking you're on an epic adventure every time, even if you're just beating the shit out of a bunch of people with slightly different haircuts. That's not the case here though. Suicide Squad is so boring, I literally ended up playing it one mission at a time to avoid killing myself. So why am I reviewing this game? Well,
somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one.
No, but even though I really didn't enjoy playing it, the good thing is, and this is in my opinion the best thing about Suicide Squad, you can beat it in less than 12 hours, which is awesome, so you can finally go play a much better game. Any game will do actually. You guys remember when Gotham Knights came out and it was so mediocre it made people want to go back and play Arkham Knight instead? Yeah, Suicide Squad made me want to play Gotham Knights again.
Fricasseed penguin. Let's get him to... Oh my god, he's getting up!
Hitting him again.
This is one of the best cutscenes in the game, just so you know. I feel like the gameplay would have been infinitely more interesting if this wasn't a looter shooter. They took 4 unique characters with distinct weapons and styles, and they gave them guns and made them play the same. What a shame. Traversal on the other hand is really good, probably the best thing about this game. It's fun and completely different from one character to another. Speaking of characters, I can't be the only one who found Harley Quinn super annoying. I can't stand that bitch. I think it's time to move on to the verdict. Suicide Squad's gameplay can be decent at times, the facial expressions are pretty impressive, but this is still one of the worst games I played this year, and I played a lot of mediocre ones, so I'ma give this a 4 out of 10. If you're a huge fan and you can grab this for maybe $15 or less, then I guess why not? But the way things are going, this might end up on Game Pass in a few months, so I really don't recommend buying it. And that's gonna be it for this review. I hope you found it helpful. Please don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you did, and consider subscribing for more game reviews. Also, feel free to suggest the next game you want me to review. I'll pick the most suggested one. It's been Hitman89. Have a good one.
I will not stop, I am prepared to get to the top, yeah, you must be rare. God, I'm like, hey.